The guild is its members. Its members represent the guild as a whole. Keep this in mind when interacting with other players in runs, dungeons, in trades, everywhere. This means taking an active part in the guild, joining in events, grouping with other guildies on a fairly regular basis, helping others with quests, and doing what you can to help the guild as a whole. That does not exclude soloing, grouping with others, or just jumping in to help every person who asks. It's about finding the right balance to benefit you and the guild. And never forget, WoW is a game. Let's have fun, create moderate amounts of mayhem, kill some hordes, get drunk, and dance butt naked in the center of town hall. Or not. Also, never forget that you carry the guild's name above your head at all times. Conduct yourself in a manner which will earn respect from your fellow players. Be proud of being in Sons of Anubis, and make those around you happy to see a member of our guild. Be polite, both to guildies and other players. Be a nice person, even if it means you have to walk away unresolved. Don't spam, don't ninja loot, don't steal kill, don't get caught up in abusive arguments. Above all, just don't be an ass. Any member who does not play within Blizzard's policies and guild rules may be removed from the guild, as this can damage the guild's reputation. Controversially, if another player acts poorly towards you, then try to politely ask them to stop or reach a compromise. If that doesn't work, try speaking with one of their guild's officers. If you have any issues with a member of Sons of Anubis, you have the right to file a complaint via in-game email to Gabriel or any other officer. You may also send a live email to contact us at sonsofanubis.com to have any issues addressed. Have self-respect. No begging in guild chat, and especially not in general or trade chat, /say, /yell, etc. By all means, ask for help when you need it. But make the distinction. If it's not immediately urgent or there is no one around to help you, try the forums. For request assistance, do some research. Check out our resource page. And if needed, plan a date and time asking for help from people through a forum or posting of an event with a guild officer. It's easier to help those who help themselves in this respect. Please be sure to visit the add-on section and have downloaded the required add-ons. Please do not auction or sell items in guild chat. That is what the trade chat's for. If you're looking for services, gems, enchantings, etc., your request should be polite and specific when possible. Guild members are under no obligation to fulfill the request. However, if they're not busy and have time to spare, then providing assistance is encouraged. These should not be exploited, neither overcharging a guild member nor making profit from another's goodwill. If a guildie offers you something cheaply, buy it to use it, not to sell it elsewhere. If no response to your request in guild chat, then direct wizards should not be used. By all means, repeat the request after a polite amount of time, but do not spam. If it comes to the point where one is abusing other players, whether in our guild or not, officers have the right to permanently remove you from the guild. This is at the officer's discretion. Heavy use of profanity or sexual remarks is not tolerated in guild chat or in vent. We do have young ones in guild. Let's be respectful of that. Officers may issue warnings in regards to any situation. Again, officers do have the right to remove any member who fails to comply with any resolutions to any issues one might be having. Everyone in guild will be required to attend at least one guild meeting per month. Trial members are encouraged to attend one or more meetings each month. Meetings are the best way to keep everyone up to date. Also, attending the guild meetings allows your voice to be heard. Keep in mind, our guild is not run by one single person. Everything is voted on. Don't miss out on your chance to make a difference. There will not be any repercussions for trial members that do not attend meetings. However, there will be for members. Members who do not attend at least one meeting per month will not be able to advance in the guild, meaning you won't get promotion and may be considered for demotion. All meetings are held in Vent. Everyone is expected to be logged in on time. Ventrilo also does have a mobile app. There is no level limit to join our guild. Only people at officer rank and above are able to invite new members. All alts must have the name of your main character entered into the notes section in the guild member options. Important update, everyone will be required to send an in-game email to alts tracker. You must include your main's name and any and all alts that you have in guild. Please contact an officer with any questions or send an email to contact us at sonsofanubis.com. All new recruits have a 4-week probation period, and in that time they should spend as much time as possible interacting with the guild, grouping with members, attending events, raids, being active in guild chat, and so on. This will give our current members a chance to get to know the recruit and vice versa. After 4 weeks is up and the officers are satisfied that the person fits in with the guild, they'll be promoted to member. Please keep in mind that this only applies to trial members and not unverified rank. In some cases, the probation period can be increased or even decreased at the officer's discretion based on comments from guild members and the outcome of officer review meetings. If there are still concerns over the suitability of a recruit at any point during their probation, they may be removed from guild. Members who have not logged into the game for more than 3 months are subject to be removed from guild. All classes and levels are welcome. You are entitled to have alt characters guilded during your probation. Please note, you must keep all your characters active in the guild. Trial members and alts who have not logged in for 3 months will and can be removed from the guild. Members who have not logged in for more than 3 months will and can be removed from the guild. If you plan on being out of game for an extended amount of time, please contact an officer so you will not be removed from guild. Retagging of ex-guild members. As in most environments, people will from time to time move on to other things or have a change of circumstances, which requires a character to leave the guild. In some circumstances, the AFG periods away from guild may be relatively short, 1 to 2 months, or in other cases, it has been known to be years. Anyone who had left the guild in the past needs to have an officer's approval to be re-invited into the guild. In some cases, the probation period may still apply. Please note, if you know you're going to be around the world for a year, but would like to remain in guild, just let us know. We won't clear you out. Events, raids, and instances. The primary aim of the guild, as already mentioned, is to have fun and enjoy the game. Please try to remember this before you get caught up in XP or loot worries, panicking about not having a group, or a slew of other things that spoil both your enjoyment and that of others. Enjoyment should be your #1 priority. Events are aimed at everyone having fun, and while fun is a key ingredient to our raids as well, we expect our members to be focused and come prepared. Raids are for the good of the guild as a whole, not the good of the individual guild members. Any members may arrange an event, raid, or quest group, as long as they do not conflict with existing guild events. Every raid or event should be arranged with a guild officer. They will be able to mark the event on the calendar for you. First off, you must make sure that you have met the requirements for raiding. Refer to the raiding page. If you want to come to any scheduled raids, you must sign up for the event on your calendar. If you feel that there might be a chance that you will not be able to make the raid at the scheduled time, sign up as tentative. Raid leaders will use this to determine if the scheduled raid will take place or if we will modify the raid schedule. As an example, if we have a 25-man raid set up but only 11 people signed up, we'll probably then change it to a 10-man raid, or vice versa. In some cases, raids may be cancelled altogether if there is a low amount of members signed up. If you do not sign up for raids on the calendar and want to come to the raid, be aware that you will go onto a waiting list or may not be allowed to raid at all. In some cases, we will fill the raid spots with pugs before filling them with the wait list, depending on what the raid encounters may require. Raids may need a healer and only DPS on the wait list. We will pug the spots versus bringing in the members from the waitlist. If you log in during raids and would like to be added to the waitlist, please contact the raid leader so he or she could add your name to the waitlist. Members who have signed up for 3 raids and not shown up will also be placed on the waitlist or prevented from raiding at all. Depending on the raid content and the raid build, we will work in people on the waitlist when it is probable. If you are on the waitlist, you are expected to be available in-game. If you choose to log an alt during this time, please notify the raid leader and be logged into event. Please be logged into the game and ready for the raid invites 5 minutes before the scheduled start time. Those that fail to be ready when raid invites start may be placed on the waitlist. If you signed up for a raid, please be prepared to spend 2 to 4 hours in raid. If something comes up, sometimes things happen, please let the raid leaders know that you have to leave. This will help to keep the raid running smoothly. If you just log out, raid leaders may waste time waiting to see if perhaps you just DC'd, wasting the time of the entire raid. Raid leaders or officers may choose to use a role matrix when deciding who to remove from raid. We do this to allow things to be fair to all the raiders. Using the matrix, we will look at the +4 versus the -4. In such, each member in raid will gain positives and negatives based on status, skill, gear, attitude, dependability, and following raid protocol. Raid leaders or officers have the right to remove any parties from the raid with or without any stated reasons. During any organized raids or organized parts of open raids, please keep the babble to a minimum while explanations are being given by the raid leader and or the loot is being distributed. We use Vent for instructions and directions, and extra chatter makes it easy to miss very important information. Vent is required for all Sons of Anubis members. User must log into Vent using their toon's name. At this time we are not using DKP or EPG, although we may implement this in the near future. Raid groups will follow the standard loot rules on gear that drops master loot settings. MS role for main spec. If you have already received an item as MS, then your role will be passed over for someone who has not. If no one needs the item for main spec, then an OS role will be issued for those who may need it for off spec. Off spec is defined by whatever dual spec you have that you are not using during the raid. If no one needs the gear for either MS or OS, the gear will be DE'd or sold and placed in the guild bank. All BOE items, including green items, skinning, serenites, and patterns, are reserved for the guild. Unwanted loot, including all greens, blues, and purple items, goes to the guild bank for disenchanting, as we may offer free enchants to our members, depending on what mats are available, unless you explicitly want the item. 5-man instant loot rules. Need roll for main spec, greed roll for off spec, or pass for DE so mats can be stocked in guild bank. There's a separate video about the guild bank rules, please refer to that. The guild maintains guild funds. These are for the funding of organized raids, prize money, and anything else that benefits the guild. The funds consist of old items from the guild bank having been sold, as well as donations from our members. We will not charge membership fees to increase the guild funds. Equally, these funds are not available to loan to guild members. At this time, we are allowing all members a daily allowance starting at 30 gold for repairs. Members are asked to use the guild repair feature. Anyone wishing to donate money or equipment to the guild should use the in-game bank for this or send an in-game email to an officer. If you choose the latter option, please make your intentions very clear. Anyone wishing to donate real money, PayPal, towards the cost of running the site or added items, please use the donation link page.